Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. I wanted to try Unreal Engine 5.4 tonight, but I don't know if we will be able to because even if I launched it like 2 hours ago, it's still going, and I don't know how much more time it will take. I had a problem with some disk space, so we basically finished the disk space on this disk. So it stopped and I had to launch it again. And now it's linking. Usually linking should be slightly faster, but we get an error. It's kind of strange because we are on the latest release, which is 5.4.3, but it seems that still there is this error, which actually on the internet seems to be known, and is probably a fix that has not been ported yet into this branch, even if this branch is 5.4.3 release, right? So in theory it should be the best one, but well, the best, let's say the stable one, right? And I found on the internet some information on this, and multiple people have the same problem. And this guy is saying, this was the 21 of June, so about a month ago, and he's saying that you have to change something inside the command line project, or just remove the command line project, right? Which is also an option, I guess. Yeah, in terms of disk space, is using so much. Is using so much. I have, this one is 500 gigabytes, right? This disk is 500 gigabytes, and we only have 25 gigabytes left. Now, it's not all Unreal Engine, but the majority it is. I have some window logs in here that I don't know if, I think these things are zero space, but let me see, maybe they are. Yeah, this is basically nothing. So we have the data cache here, which is about 10 gigabytes. And we have MySQL, which is about 5 gigabytes. Yeah, but really the majority, I think, is Unreal. Then here we have Blender, we have JetBrain, and we have LibreOffice. I don't know why I decided to install them here, but I was really thinking that like 200 gigabyte would be enough, right? But I think I did a mistake. They are not enough. Let me see how much it's taking now. And this is already the stripped down version of Git. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, man. Wow. At the moment is 350 gigabytes and going up. It's not done yet. 371 gigabytes. Oh my god. 371 gigabytes to the for the Unreal installation, right? Hey, it's possible we stop again because we will finish the space, and it's not done yet, right? So it's still going. We have 21. We have 21 more gigabytes, and I don't think I can. I don't think I can remove much, right? I mean, I'm not using any more Visual Studio at the moment. We are using Rider, right? So maybe there is some common cache that we can delete. I don't even know where is it in Visual Studio, but I remember there is a kind of a cache. Other stuff, we have some Unreal Engine projects, but they're not very big, right? So the total of this is what? Actually it's fairly big, it's 24 gigabytes. Okay, who is taking that much? Who is taking that much space? This one is 100 megabyte. This one is 500. This one is 5 gigabytes. Mouse click. What is this mouse click thing? I think we can delete maybe the derived data cache. No, it's not that. Is it really the intermediate of this? 300 megabyte. I don't remember what is this, but it seems that here we have wow, .vs is 5 gigabytes. Okay, I think we will remove this for now. We will just remove the .vs directory, I guess. So we have another 5 gigabytes available. And I can probably clear this out as well. I don't remember what this project is, but let's just clean it up. Let's just clean it up and see. Yeah, I wanted to test 5.4 and see if we can migrate easily or not. Right? So I think here we saved another 5 gigabytes. It's still 20 though. I mean, who is taking that much? I don't understand. 600. I don't understand who is taking 10 plus gigabytes here, right? Because all these projects are like, yeah, this one is like 60 megabytes, right? They are very small. Yeah, my PC is like kind of stuck because it's compiling. Ah, it's this guy. It's this guy. Maybe we have an intermediate that is big here. Yep, we do. Okay. Let's delete the intermediate here. So we have another 10 gigabytes, which is nice. We have another 10 gigabytes. This was a compilation test for voice chat that now is integrated into our game, so... Okay, let me see where we are now. He's eating it up. I mean, we freed up about 20 and he's down to 28 again, so... I think it's really at the limit. So probably the total will be like 400 gigabytes. Which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. He's still linking. I think we will not have enough space, guys. That's the problem. And I don't even know what is linking. I mean, is the wall engine or... Because he started from... 1, right? Command link. Command link.exe. Wow, that one we can also leave it non-functional. I think it's not a big deal. Trying to understand what is. He's using all the 12 cores. I mean, it's in theory, and he's on a blade. He's on a blade disk on the motherboard, so he's on a blade SSD, right? So between the blade SSD and the 12 core should be fairly fast, but it's still slow. It's still taking a lot of time. Now we are at 2000 now, but I think I relaunched it about 15 minutes ago. I think I relaunched it about 15 minutes ago, so it may take another 15 minutes. I mean, if it takes another 15 minutes, it's reasonable. If it takes another hour, it's not really. It's not really good usage of our time. Ah, it's compiling now. So he stopped the linking. You see, stop the linking. And now it's compiling and linking again. But it's mostly, yeah, so probably these are all the libraries that were not compiled due to the disk space used. There was not enough disk space, right? Let me see if now we freed up some space or we are still we're still in trouble. We only have 20 gigabytes. We only have 20 gigabytes. I can move it to another disk, but moving it's not. I think if I move it, it will restart from scratch. Because I have a 2 terabyte here, and we have 700 gigabytes available on this disk, right? I think I have to swap this disk, this one. This one is the old HDD. This one is still a mechanical disk. And I think I should just buy another 2 terabyte SSD and swap it so that we gain, because this one, I don't know if this one is full. No, this one is not full. But anyway, I think we should swap it sooner or later. Mechanical disks are not a thing anymore. Yeah, but in total we have a lot of space, right? But it's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, in total we have 2 terabyte C drive, 2 terabyte D drive, 500 gigabyte E drive, which is the one that we are working on right now. F 2 terabytes. Then we have G, another terabyte, and HDD and HH is another terabyte. So, but as you can see, these three are really in bad shape, right? They are really, and this one is finishing the space now. It's 17 gigabyte left, 16 gigabyte left. I think it would finish the space again, and it will stop again, unfortunately. So 2, 4, 4.5, 6.5, 7.5. 8.5, right? So we have 8.5 terabytes available. I mean, in total, and that's not enough, right? Somehow, some way. Okay. We have to face the reality of finishing disk space. But anyway, this one, they say that you have to change. Let me see, what is this? CMD link CPP, because maybe we can fix it so we have it anyway fixed. I have no idea where this CMD CPP is. It may be under programs. Yeah, it is actually here. CMD link CPP. I should have launched it earlier, but I mean, I launched it like at 7 p.m., right? Like 3 hours ago. But then it stopped due to disk space, and so you had to restart. But I didn't think it would take that much. I thought that like 2 hours would have been enough, but I think it probably stopped pretty much as soon as I left for dinner. Now it's linking again, so maybe now that it's linking, it's not generating much more stuff, right? Is that 2,700 of 4,000? Okay, let me see this. Let me see this guy. CMD link CPP. IO stream. Enum error message. What they are saying? They are saying before the enum error message declaration, you have to add this thing. And my PC is really in trouble. And then they are saying, and add projects to the private dependency module names. Projects. Hello, Hula. Private dependency module name. I think it should be in the CS file. Private dependency module names. Yeah, I'm not completely sure what projects is, but we can do that. Private dependency module name. Okay, so we can try again this way when this finishes, if it finishes. If we don't have enough space, I don't know what else to move. I mean, I can move the Unreal Engine wow, we have 9 gigabytes left. No, it will not finish. It will not finish. Fuck. It will not finish. We can move these other 9 gigabytes. I mean, these are all Unreal projects that actually they could be moved to. I mean, I can move it to G, but G. Yeah, maybe to G, and we delete this Unreal Engine 5.03 release, which anyway we don't care. Okay, let's do this. Let's move all of that. to G. G is already a very busy guy, but a very busy disk, but unfortunately he's the one resulting in the Unreal Engine project, so I don't want to mess it up. We can probably move also the SVN. Maybe the SVN we can put it on F, because F is the one that has space. I think here we can easily delete this one. This 12 gigabyte export, I have no idea what is it. We have a 12 gigabyte. I think this was like a save copy, right? This was like a copy of the wall repository, just to be sure. It's like 12 gigabytes. But what I'm sure is that I don't need any more 503, right? So this engine, we can completely remove it. So I will remove it now. And this should be big, because I don't know if it's compiled or not, but in any case, should be gigabytes and gigabytes. It's taking forever. I don't know if I should do it like this, or I should just delete the underlying folders. There is one folder which is the... Okay, it's doing it. It's not that big, it's only 2 gigabytes. Okay, I thought it was more. Probably then it was an installed engine, it was not a from source engine. But still has a ton of files, so... So if we finish again the space, I don't know. It means that I cannot put it on this disk. Wow, it's 11 gigabyte left. Yeah, we are finishing the space for sure. I cannot remove anything else from here. And the recycle bin is empty. Because, I mean, I could move Blender technically somewhere else, but this is not big stuff, right? These are like 500 megabytes or whatever. This is 2 gigabytes. There is 2 gigabytes. Why is so big? There are 2 versions of it. There is 4.0 and 4.1. I mean, if we can also reinstall it in case. Yeah, we finished the space. It gave an error. It gave an error that we finished the space. Okay. Yeah, so 500 gigabytes are not enough. 500 gigabytes are not enough for an Unreal Engine installation, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. What do you mean it's being used by another process? What? Yeah, we have 6 gigabytes left. Ay. What can I move? My PC is just locked. So the only solution will be to move it to the F. But also in F, we don't have infinite space, right? We have 700 gigabytes left. And I don't know if that's enough. So basically I need a 1 terabyte only for Unreal Engine. Holy shit. I can delete this 503. I don't understand what my PC is doing, by the way. Now the compilation finished, right? So I don't understand what is going on. Compilation finished. Huh? %100% CPU. What the fuck? What is using 100% CPU? The compilers? The compilers are still running? Well, I don't know. I mean, Ryder said that it failed. Is it still running or not? No, it's... What? I don't understand how the compilers may still be running while the editor is stopped, right? Maybe I will just close it and see. Background tasks are running. Well, background tasks are running, but build solution. Hey, bro, you tell me that is done. So for some reason, the log tells me that is finished with an error, but there is still a background task running, trying to compile something, right? Which is kind of weird. And in fact, we see that there are compilers. Well, maybe now not anymore. Well, there is this MS build. I have no idea what is it, by the way. Visual Studio build, AMD 64. Yeah, it's the compiler appearing sometimes. So it's still completing. Okay, I will let it finish because I don't know if I stop it. Okay. Okay, there is not enough space. Yeah, there is not enough space on disk. There is not enough space on disk. GG. GG. Not enough space on disk. So this Windows log is nothing, right? I can delete it, but is nothing. This web dev, I think this web dev is super small. Is what? I can move it anyway. Well, it's not super small. It's about 1 gigabyte, right? This one I can move it to F without any problem. The problem is that I think we need like 100 gigabyte more, right? It's not that we need like 1 gigabyte more. We need like 100 gigabyte more. So even if I move this small stuff, right, it will not. I mean, one thing that we can move the data cache, right? I don't even know if this data cache is the one that is currently configured, because you see the dates is 2022. So maybe the directory is 2022. Let me see. It's all 2022. You know what? We can delete this cache. I don't know who is pointing to this cache, but this cache is another 10 gigabytes, I think. Yeah. This cache is another 10 gigabyte. So this may be the old Unreal Engine 4 cache, right? So this one I think we can delete. I will delete it. Fighting with space. How are you guys today? So we will be together. Uh-oh. What happened? Wow. Explorer crashed? Holy shit. Explorer crashed, boys. Can you believe it? It crashed while he was doing the copy of the files. GG. GG. Did he copy anything? Nothing. You serious? No, I copied a piece. I think he copied a piece, yeah. What the hell? Windows Explorer crashing is kind of scary. I'm trying to move this. Why is so slow? It's between two SSDs. One is a blade on the motherboard. 7 minutes. I don't believe the 7 minutes. Do you believe the 7 minutes? If it did like 10% in 20 seconds. No, not in 20 seconds. Maybe in 40 seconds. Possible. He didn't delete everything, yeah, he deleted just a piece. I will do one more try, right, after freeing up another 10 gigabytes. If that doesn't work, I think we can work on something else, because basically I need to have 1 terabyte free for the new release, and at the moment I don't have it. I have the other disk that is like 700, but maybe 700 also is not enough. Bro, it crashed again. What is going on? Are you serious? You cannot copy these files? Wow. 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 I don't know what to say. These are not very critical files, so I can just re-download them in case, but it's kind of weird that... Uh-oh. Maybe I can avoid deleting while moving on the same disk. In theory, it should be work perfectly, but seems it doesn't. I have this Patreon web banner because the developer of the Patreon web banner gave me access to the sources because I wanted to do some improvements to it, but at the end I didn't get, you know, I didn't have enough time, and it actually is a completely different development environment. It's done in React and is a framework that I don't have knowledge of, and so it was too tough, and I mean I looked at it a bit and then I said no, I cannot do it. But I still have the sources, and maybe I will work on it in the future, so I still want to keep them and copy them. So we do one more try, right, with another 10 gigabyte available. And then if that doesn't work, I would think what to do. Maybe I would just buy another drive and we put it in a new drive, you know. Anyway, it's insane that every library, even if it's a small library, is like 50,000 files, right? I mean, software these days is insane. 50,000 files. I think many of them are generated awfully, but I don't know. I think that a lot of them are real. Like this library here has 50,000 files. Waiting for completion. Sleeping. Zzz, 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 zzz. Sleeping. Come on. 27%. Yeah, here the problem is not the size. It is really the number of files that is slowing down the copy that much. Because the speed is not, you know, the speed, well, now it's going up again. Maybe there are bigger files. I don't think, because they're all JS, they're all JavaScript files, so they should be fairly small. Like maximum, I don't know, 1 megabyte or something. I think meanwhile we can restart the process here anyway. Yeah, let's restart it, because anyway. So we see if the CMD problem is solved. That would be nice. Let's restart it and see what it does. If it restarts from 1 out of 4,000, I don't know. Yeah, it's starting. This one is still finishing, but meanwhile the compilation is starting again. There is a bit of processing, so I think we are optimizing by doing it in parallel. CMD worked. CMD actually worked, at least it looks like. I don't know if it's this one, but Yeah, CMD linking. Yep, so the solution that we found on the web seems to be working fine. So we don't get any more that error. What is that, Hula? The video of what you 5.4 can do. Yeah, I think we can watch it meanwhile, yeah. Why not? We can watch it. I think the part that I'm more interested in is the new character rigging, which means that we will have to go away from our advanced locomotion system, which is a bit of a problem.
Hey everyone,
but
Unreal Engine 5.4 is here. Check out some of the highlights. First up, UE 5.4 has powerful new tools for setting up and animating characters.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the one. This is the one that I think we should use, right? So he has improved retargeting feature for the character, and he has a new character rigging, and also in editor animation rigging. So maybe we will be able to, you know, fix some of the animations. It's going so slow, that is insane. Let me see how much space we have here. Free space, 6 gigabytes? What the fuck? What do you mean 6 gigabytes, bro? I freed up a... Huh? Ah, because I didn't finish deleting this. I didn't finish deleting the old cache. Okay. Because it was actually crashing. Yeah, we really have little space. We have like, probably after this, we have another 10 or so gigabytes, but then we are done. And I cannot move anything else because, well, I can check the MySQL shell, but I think it's small. I think it's very small. So we deleted this. And we completely cleaned up this. I mean, we can move Blender, but it's kind of annoying. Let me see at the moment this monster, how big it is. Build failed, okay. Yeah, I will say build failed for no space, I know. Exit with code 6. What? Is 420 gigabytes. 420 gigabytes, guys. 420 gigabytes. And it's not done, right? It's not done. Is it 5.4 really that much bigger than 5.1? Because how big is our 5.1? Because we have 5.1 compiled from sources, right? Which is this guy. How big it is? Hmm. 300 and going up. Wow. Wow. Yeah, also 5.1 was pretty big. Yeah, but you see, 5.1 is 350. 350. So 5.1, right? 350. So 5.4 is like more than 100 gigabytes. Higher than this, right? More, because with 460 we cannot finish the compilation. So it will probably be like 600 gigabytes. Holy shit. Okay, so okay. So then if this doesn't finish, yeah, I have 9 gigabytes. I mean, I could remove the Git directory in theory, but I think the Git directory is 19 gigabytes, right? So I could delete that. But if I delete it, what happens? Maybe we'll try to download it again. I don't know if there is anything engine that I can remove, like engine documentation, right? I don't know, but I don't think it's that big. It's 200 megabytes. Nah, I don't think, I mean, I could delete the Git directory. Which basically we will make it not, we can try. It's 20 gigabytes, so it's quite a bit. It is 0. Let me see how big as these guys, but I don't think they're very big. Yeah, 200 megabyte. Well, my SQL Server, I cannot delete it. It is probably old stuff, but it's 10 gigabyte here and 5 gigabyte here. But I don't want to get in trouble, you know. If I move these files, my SQL installation is going to break, and it's more of a pain, right, than a benefit. So I think I've seen this video already, though.
In the editor. With Modular Control Rig, you can build animation rigs from understandable parts instead of complex granular graphs. Here you can see us setting up a leg in just a few steps. Automatic retargeting makes it faster and easier to get great results when using bipedal character animation of known skeletal types. The skeleton editor is now more performant and offers more functionality. There's also a suite of new functions that make the deformer graph more accessible. For animation authoring, we focused on making our tools more intuitive and robust while streamlining workflows. Case in point, animation-friendly gizmos means you can quickly and easily pose characters using just the middle mouse button. And finally, Sequencer gets a significant makeover with better readability and improved usability, including a new layered control rigs feature. Motion matching is now more robust, performant, and memory scalable. Now production ready, this toolkit is used to select and transition animation clips at runtime by searching a database of captured animation, using the current motion information of the character in the game as the key. There's also a suite of debugging tools that gives visibility into its inner workings.
Yeah, I think I've seen this already. I remember all of it, so I think we have seen it already. I think it failed again. Yeah, we simply don't have enough space, that's it. Found a conflict between different versions of Microsoft Code Analysis that could not be resolved. Why? Okay. I think I will try again tomorrow. I will launch it maybe tonight. I will move everything to another disk. I don't know which one though, because again, we don't have a lot of space. Well, the one that we have more space is actually the old disk, but I cannot do it here. We have 600. We have 686 on F. I mean, G actually contains. I think F we can free it up more, because actually on F we also have an old. I mean, we had some tests that I did, like there was an Unreal Engine 5.2, in Unreal Engine 5.3, right? So this one also I think could be easily deleted because we don't use them at all. So we can free up more space, then move everything to F and redo the compilation on F. I think is the only possibility. I will probably have to do it without intermediate though. I was hoping it was less than 500. Oh wow. This one is definitely big. I mean, we can start to copy the data. I don't know if it's easier to copy the data or is easier, but I think it's easier to copy the data, right? Because all the intermediate he already did, right? So there is already a ton of pre-compiled stuff that he will use. I will just have to regenerate the project files so that they point to the new directory. But hopefully it will reuse some of the compiled items. Holy moly, bro. Two 250 teraoctet. You mean terabyte? I can buy a new disk. It's not a problem. Usually they come very quickly. I mean, they arrive in a few days. I can buy a new disk and get rid of this this old HDD. Right? We can do that. So now on F we have, how much we have on F now? On F now we have, is impossible, the same value. Why? Bro, it's impossible. You didn't refresh it yet. I think he didn't refresh it yet because unless he put it in the recycle bin. Oh fuck, he put it in the recycle bin. GG. I did shift delete, but maybe I didn't take it, I don't know. But yeah, we should have nearly 800 gigabytes, and I hope that 800 gigabyte is really enough. I mean, if it's not, I will buy a new disk for it. Why so much bigger though? I don't understand. Why Unreal Engine 5.4 is so big compared to 5.1? I don't know if anyone asked this question, but why you should not upgrade to Unreal Engine 5.4? Okay, why?
Hi everyone, so Unreal Engine 5.4 has just been released, and in this video I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't want to upgrade it.
Why? Okay, nice logo.
So this week Epic released Unreal Engine 5.4 and everyone's really excited to try it out, so there are lots of cool new features that are included in it, such as new PCG features, new rigging controls. Now it can be very tempting to make sure that your game is using the latest and greatest. Some documentation is just not there yet. There's plenty of reasons in those sort of areas, but I'm more talking about the side effect of you working on a current game and wanting to upgrade to the latest version. And we saw the same problem when people were going from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5 and subsequent. So first of all, let's talk about why you should check out Unreal Engine 5.4. So Unreal 5.4, so when is a good time for you to use Unreal 5.4? Well, if you're looking at the feature set and you realise there's something in there that your game desperately needs, then by all means, try it out. Before upgrading your current project though, I do recommend opening up a brand new project to play about with these new tools and see
What is this guy saying?
make use of them.
5 minutes of nothing, bro. Downvoted. I don't know. I don't understand what this guy is saying, really. Just a clickbait video. One of those, you know. One of those videos where they tell you, oh, you should, but then don't freaking tell you anything. Unreal Engine 5.4 extremely bad performance. I have upgraded from 5.3 to 5.4 and performed extremely bad. I lost 25-30 FPS by upgrading from 5.3 to 5.4. Holy shit. But this was at release, right? We have now 3 patches, right? It went through. Switching from 5.3 to 5.4 caused all my movable light and dynamic shadow enabled to dramatically reduce the performance. Yeah, it's a bit scary. But anyway, we will try, right? We are not going to upgrade just to upgrade, right? So we will do a test with 5.4 and then we will see if it works or not. And if not, wow. There's a lot of people saying the same. Going back to 5.3 unless something decent come out of 5.4 is unusable, extreme performance drop. Wow. 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 There's a lot of people saying that that is bad. Well, maybe there was something turned on by default, right? Current solution to EU 541 freeze lag is here to the end of the thread. Thanks a lot to fix my lag. There is a major bug in Unreal 5.3 and 5.4. Thanks a lot, I also found this solution. We just need to disable the Studio Telemetry plugin, which is enabled by default. Maybe they fixed it with this. There's a lot of people that are saying the same. This is very interesting thread anyway. Have incredibly worsened draw thread performance on 5.4, even with the latest 5.4.2 hotfix. Wow. There's a lot of people really in trouble for this. Okay, we will do a test anyway, but it seems there are a lot of people that are showing and they found issues with this. We fixed it in the latest hotfix 7 days ago. There is an Epic Game guy that is saying we fixed it in the latest hotfix. Wow. This guy, 3 days ago, this guy is saying it's not better with 543. GG. GG! Perhaps they just need to upgrade their PC too. Yeah, I mean, obviously, new releases have new stuff, and new stuff is costing performance, right? So that's normal, but it's a bit annoying. Okay, so after reading this thread, I will still try and upgrade, but I think with a lower priority. So I think we will stay on 5.11 for now. I think it's anyway a good release, and it's good for us. So for now, we just stay on our release, guys. I will do a test anyway, but it will just be a test. And the problem of doing a full test is that you actually have to create a shipping release, right, to test it for real, which is identical to the one that we have in the previous, and then see if it performs the same FPS, right? That is the best solution for us. Also, we have a lot of so I will be, and also the problem will be, does it work on Mac? Does it work on Linux, right? And such, because between 5.1 and 5.4 is a fairly big jump. Okay, so unfortunately, well, we spent a bit of time. Unfortunately, maybe what we can do, we can continue with this funny job of textures that I have to do anyway. If you don't use ray tracing in your game, then you won't have that problem. Yeah, I'm not using ray tracing, but you know, in this list, in this thread, right, there are a lot of people complaining about different things, right? I don't know if everyone is complaining about the same stuff. Like this guy is complaining about Lumen, is complaining about, you know, turning off Lumen. So in general, the feedback here seems to be pretty bad. Now, it's true that usually all the guys that have a good performance don't post on the forums, right? So that's the usual problem, that on the forum you only find probably the guys that are having trouble. But you see another guy here. I was getting 70 FPS. Now I'm getting around 30. Setting visible in ray tracing to false for foliage solves the issue. So this seems to be ray tracing with foliage, right? And nanite. I don't know. Maybe for us it will not be different, right? Maybe for I will still do a test. I still want to. I think we are fairly, you know, behind with 5.1. I want to stay nearly up to date, at least 1 year. Or I don't know when 5.1.1 was released, but I think it's at least a year or more. So I want to upgrade. Okay, let's continue with our work on the skins, right? So if you remember, we created this nice page this one, which is actually showing all the variations for our weapons and the one that is still missing variations. I just realized that we have a lot of weapons without variations, which is a pity. Like just the club, right? The basic club, which is pretty much like a tree branch, right? Is actually randomized, right? But never got an upgrade in textures or anything else. So now, yeah, the basic club is super simple. I mean, it's a very, very simple model. Is this thing, right? It's this thing. I don't know how can we upgrade it, right? How can create different, but maybe you can have, you know, stripes, or you can have some nails. Yeah, maybe you can have some nails into it, right? Or some metal shards. Or you can maybe have a metal handle. Even if metal and wood together is usually a very stupid idea, because basically the wood will always break, right? So, but maybe you can have like a circle of metal here at the top just to hit a bit harder, right? Yeah, maybe a circle of metal at the top, or some spikes, right? But this one we don't have any variations, right? And we don't, yeah, which is pretty much, I think it was pretty much like this one, right? This one was yeah, this one was it doesn't have a texture, right? It doesn't have a texture, but this probably was an upgrade of that one. Kind of an upgrade. I don't want to use these ones because the club should really be just a very primitive weapon, right? Should not be metal like this. So, because we could, right? We could have this one being the skin variation of this one, but I think it will basically make a mess, right? People will be confused, so I think we should not do it. So we don't have any skin variations for all these ones. This one we have 3 variations which are already in. The Falcon is already in. The Galcard is already in, which is nice. I don't think we have any here. I did the Longsword. I didn't want to do the Ornate Longsword because I think it doesn't make any sense. The Pole Axe, we also have only 1 variation, right? The Pole Axe, let me see, but I think we only have 1 variation here. Yeah. Which is this thing. By the way, this model is super old. This model is very, very, very old. But anyway. And also the texture of this probably is still at 256. Yeah, it's 256 by 500. So it's also... But anyway... So the poleaxe we cannot do. The bows we cannot do. The sabre, I think the sabre we can do, right? The sabre is probably the one that we can do now. So the sabre, yes, he has different textures, but same model. So there is kind of a golden version now. This texture is pretty bad, but he has a golden version, and he has this one, right? So the sabre is what? The sabre is 514, right? So we're gonna add 514 and 514. This will be variation 1, variation 2. And as usual, we have the mess of finding the proper texture. I think I would do them the opposite of what they are. So the golden will be the more rare. So we will do C and then B, right? We will do C first and then B. So if you go in our texture file, C is 96. So we will do texture override 96. And then B is 95, right? It's 95. Now the icons, let me see if we have this sub. Yeah, we have it here actually. So this is the default, and this is the golden one. So, and this is the icon. You see, this is the icon, the upgraded. So we do C and B, right? So that is what 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 6, 5. Is a 6, 5 in this file. What the fuck? Ah, no, wait. Okay. Hello! Who joined? Hello, hello. Where are you? Hello, Chu. Hello, Chu. Hey, thank you for the subscription on YouTube and welcome. So this is a 6, 5. So 6, 5 is our sub, and so is icon 525. And then we have the next one, which is the golden 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4, 5, right? It's a 4, 5. Is a 4, 5, which is this guy, and this one corresponds to wait a second, let me do this. So I am it's a bit of a mess of, I have too many windows open actually. Okay, nearly there. Okay. This one is B, Sabre B. Sabre B is 712. Okay. $712. Okay, so this will also create. Yeah, so if we refresh now, the Sabre as that. This is actually the fine Sabre. No, I did a mistake. Fine Sabre and golden Sabre. These two are actually already variations of the. Are already variations. So we have to do it on this one on 11. But it's easy to switch because I just have to switch this one. Right, so this would be 11. So the fine and the golden will actually use the two variations that we have seen, but the Sabre when is randomized, right, it will use the two additional variation based on the rarity. So Shoresword I think also we should have. Let me see. Yeah, Shoresword we also have 3 versions, and this texture are actually very nice. This has been upgraded and fixed by me manually. They were very small, the original ones were 256, but this one has been upgraded and they should look nice now. So we need to find the 2 textures. And we want to do what? Let me see if we want to do C before B or yeah, it's the same. We want to do C before B or no? Yeah. We want to do C before B. So C is 98. So let me add 2 more here. C is 98 texture. And B, I hope we have B. Fuck, we don't have B. No, because B is the default, right? What is B? Yeah, B is the default. 01 TB. What? I'm confused now. No, I think A is the default. So here we are missing an entry, huh? I think here we are missing an entry in the texture database. Yeah, A is the default, but unfortunately we don't have an entry for B and C. I mean for B, we have one for C, but we don't. So yeah, that's an issue. Ay 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 ay. We miss it, huh? Yeah, we miss it. This is probably because there is no weapon. Yeah, there is only the ornate, which is 517. Let me see 1 second. But yeah, I think I understand why. 517. So this is probably using C. This is using... What is it? It's using 97. What? Is using A? Ornate is using A. That's a mistake. I think this one was supposed to be B and not A. 97. Oh wow. Basically all the shores word are using 97. Is anyone using 98? Yep. Ah, the platinum steel. The platinum steel is using 98. I see. There is the platinum steel, and the ornate. But I think this one are a bit messed up anyway, because 97, 98. 97 is the base, right? And 663 is also the base. Yeah, here there is a bit of a mess. Anyway, we need to add a new one. We definitely need to add a new one. 663. 663 is a 3-5. Yeah, there are a lot of numbers involved. Yeah, it's this one, which is actually the basic. So the 6-5 is the shores word A. There is the shores word A. So this one we are not interested. We are interested in the B and the C, where the C unfortunately is not in the list. The B is not in the list. So we have to add it. We have to add it here. So this would be 596. Right? So we are going to import a new this one, right? So we have it new. So now the last one is our 500. Yeah. Gonna save this. Okay, so 596. No, we said B, not C. The one that we are missing is B, not C. Okay. B. Okay, so maybe this one we will test it because I think I may be doing mistakes here. So the C is this one, so it's 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3. So it's actually is a 3 3, and it is C. Is a 3 3. Okay. That is C. And so that is the one that we use here. Wow, they were in a sequence, by the way, in this case. And then we use this one, which is the golden. No, which is the gem, right? So it is a 1 5. Yeah, 1 5. Is a 1 5. Ouch, is missing. 1 5 is missing. Ay. Okay, well. 1 5 is missing. So we have so this will require a client update. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yep. And this one is this guy, which is actually B. Yeah, so this requires a client update, PT, which is our 2094. 2094 icon. Yeah, exactly. Now texture is the one that we added here, and is 596. Okay, yeah, this one is a bit painful, but maybe this one we tested just to be sure, because I did so many changes and added so much stuff. So 515 is our weapon. Okay, let me save, re-import everything, and we test it in game, so that we are sure that this thing works. Re-import, save. I don't have the icons here for whatever reason. Icons, DT item icons, re-import. Okay, save. Let me just delete some of the maps, because now that we did the release, we don't need all the maps. We really don't need all the maps. PS Unreal. Content. I have the Dropbox. There is Dropbox that is always getting in front of SVN. I don't know why. But it's annoying. So I have to basically go regedit, delete the thingy. And why don't play in the editor? Because it crashes. And no, it would not be faster, I guess. I mean, the time to load up. Well, maybe yeah, because is keeping, you mean the engine loading? Yeah. I think it's something that I can try to fix one day. But it's one of those activities that is very low priority, and so I never fixed it. But basically, if I try to launch it in the editor, everything crashes, right? I don't know exactly why, but it does. We can try again now if you want, but just for fun, because one day I will have to fix it. I agree, but I agree I will have to fix it one day. But I tried a few times, but I was getting like weird memory allocation errors and crashes, and so I kind of give up, right? Yeah, kind of gave up. But we can try if you want. We can try now. It's something that I would be eager to fix, that's for sure. But I don't think it would be super easy. Let me just delete a bunch of maps. I mean, pretty much all of them, so that our engine is starting a bit faster. Okay, let's try to launch it in editor. Why not? So if I launch it in editor, right, I need to have net mode. Can I mean, how do I start a dedicated server in how do I start a dedicated server in this? Because I mean, I can do okay, let's try because standalone will not work for sure, right? Okay, let's try. Anyway, we saved everything, so if it crashed, if the editor okay, immediately crashed, like insta crash. Okay, so where it crashes is inside the SQL wrapper, right? Is inside the SQL wrapper, and the SQL wrapper is the database connection, right? Is the database connection. We can check it a second. It's not a problem. I think if we can fix it, it would be very nice, because yeah, I think it will save me time at the end. But the last time I tried like 15 minutes and gave up. SQL. What is my SQL thingy? It's not under utils. It's under server. It's under server. It's under server. No. It's one of those classes that I never touch because it's the SQL connection. So I see. Okay, so it crashes at line 36, where it's checking for the connection. So probably try. I think that is the first function that is calling on this class. So my feeling is that probably this is null, right? SQL wrapper 65. SQL wrapper 65. SQL wrapper 65, which is coming from cache manager 5201. Cache manager 5201. Yeah, is a DB. I think the DB probably is not initialized. We can run it in debug mode, right? I can run it in debug mode editor and see where it stops. You need to play as client, and in advanced setting check use dedicated server in new process, something like that. Need to play as client. Yeah, so it means that I still have to launch my server separately, right? So at that point, what is the difference? I don't know. But let's try. Let's try. Let's try. But yeah, it's crashing on the SQL connection. So probably cannot establish the SQL connection, or it is not initializing it properly inside the editor for whatever reason. I need to play as a client. At the moment it was standalone. Okay, I will try play as client, right? So now it's play as client. So play as client means that here it will not really do much, right? Advanced setting, you say? Advanced setting, dedicated. Dedicated. Show dedicated server debug drawing. Advanced settings. Play in editor. Game mode mouse control. Show mouse cursor. My cursor viewport. Should minimize it. Should minimize auto recompile. Enable game sound. Play editor sound. Audio. Stream sub level. Promote advanced. Enable PS setting in this sound. New viewport resolution. Play new window. Play in standalone mode. Command line option. Emulate stereo. Additional launch parameter. Multiplayer launch option. Launch separate server. Maybe it's this one. There is a rarely used option. They will launch a separate server, possibly hidden in process depending on random process, even if the net mode does not require a service as a standalone. If the net mode requires a server, such as client, a server will be launched for you. It's saying that it's a very rare mode. I don't know. It's a very rare mode. Okay, let's try the rare mode. It's a very rare mode. So the client should work, because the client at this point is just the login window. So I assume that the client will work properly. Well, not really. It crashed again. Not everyone making dedicated server. Yeah, I understand. It crashed again in SQL wrapper. Yeah, and this is where I lose my patience and I just launch it normally. And that's it. End of the test. Why my face is stuck on a kind of a smirky face? My face is kind of stuck. Hello, who joined? Hello, DDXDD. Hey, thank you for the follow. Let me try to unfreeze my face if I can. Don't know if I can, but I will try. It works again. It works again. Yeah, it works. The best I think would be to launch the editor in debug mode and then debug it and see why it's crashing, right? I think that would be the easiest. But at the moment, you know, when you say, oh, should we spend time on it or not, it's always a pain, right? But if you find the video, you send it to me, I can check it. The point is this guy having a SQL connection, right? Because we have external SQL connection, which is actually the MariaDB connector, which is a C connector, it's not a C++ connector, you know, and maybe that's throwing off, you know, the editor something, memory or whatever. So I don't know. Okay, so what we want to test the sabre. So I will drop this to the ground, even if it was a very nice weapon, I know. we will just destroy it. And I will also destroy this thing because I have too much stuff in my inventory. And I will also destroy this because we have too much stuff in the inventory. We have 2 torches, I don't know why. Well, I can stack them actually. Okay, and now I will destroy this as well because it's useless. Destroy this as well. These were all the tests I did with the weapons. Okay, so we need what we wanted to test, the short sword, right? The short sword. So the short sword as a default is like this. That is the short sword, right? Do you like this new fancy item viewer that I created? Huh? Very nice, huh? Very nice. So now if we change this to be a special weapon, obviously I don't have that page anymore open. I have to write down anyway. I have to write down 2 of the loot modifiers. Loot modifiers. Okay, so if we added this weapon and we give him a prefix, for example, eagle, which is 300, and we give it a suffix, for example, of confusion, which is this thing. Now the weapon, where is it? Now the weapon should change. Yup, it did actually. Should change to this. Oh, look at this beauty. It is purple at the bottom. It's a bit weird, but okay. Look at this beauty. Would be nice to have this as a gem. I mean, actually a 3D gem. I can add it, but maybe not now. But I think it would be nice to have it as a gem. I mean, which is kind of stupid because the first time they hit you with another sword, this will break. But anyway, yeah. So it actually worked. And if I do it just with one modifier, right? This will change to be this one. Yep, exactly. So you see that now, based on the rarity of the weapon, well, based on the modifiers that we have on the weapon, which determines also the rarity, you get a different skin automatically. So I don't have to do anything, right, on the database for each of the weapons. They just get all the available variations. So there is a new system that I introduced in the last release, and what it needs this table, right? It needs this table to be filled in for the different weapons. But yeah, it actually worked perfectly. Very nice. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah, it's really good at this stuff. It's a tutorial of setting up MySQL connector with Unreal, making inventory system. Ah, okay. Yeah, which is nice. If you did it with a dedicated server and such. Okay, since we are here, do we want to test also the other that we did? Maybe yes. What was 11? I think it was the Sabre, right? I think 11 was the Sabre. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's test it. So the Sabre by default is getting this, which is the default skin, and now we will do the same. 300. And now, yes, he has the second skin, which is slightly different. Now, this one didn't get an upgrade here. Why? I forgot to upgrade the handle. Do we want to do it now? Maybe yes. I forgot to upgrade the handle to be more rounded. You see that it's very, very, very square. And that's not very nice. Yeah, we can upgrade it now. We can upgrade it now, why not? Cheap viewers. Oh my god, this guy's, bro. This guy's spamming freaking. So annoying. So I have to go here to do ban, report the account. Report the account, yes, file a report. No, I'm not logged in here. No, I'm not logged in. I have to relog. No, please. I don't want to relog. No, I don't see the chat because it's previous. No. Yeah, it cost me more time than advantage, but anyway. Okay. Fuck this guy's rude. So annoying. So annoying. Okay, they are selling fake viewers. Imagine the level of stupidity of these bots. So we'll be under weapons. Sabre, right? Yeah, this one was not modified because it's 2021. So this one was not modified compared to the original file. So this model is very old. I mean, 2021 is just the date where I copied the files, but this model is probably 20 years old or so. Yeah, most likely. Well, we can upgrade it. It can cost us like 5 minutes, but I think it's good. We can upgrade it a bit. Sabre 01B or whatever it is. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think the blade is fine. I think that what is a bit brutal is this, right? I think this is really brutal. Let me see if we can just do it easy. Seems not. I mean, I can do it here. Here we can add a loop. But I would like to add it here because here is where the problem is. Well, also probably also here. But the problem is mostly here. Can I say quad this or no? Ah, yes, I can. So I can do it manually if he doesn't do it, right? So now I can put my loop or no? Ah, that's very nice. Okay, now I was thinking that if he doesn't quad by himself, you cannot, because maybe the triangle is a kind of a weird triangle, but actually you can. He's pretty cool, actually. So the first thing we're gonna fix is this. Just making it slightly more round, right? And I don't know, this, I think it is a bit, I don't know why the length is not the same. Yeah. I think I need to move this, unfortunately. I think I need to rotate it and move it. No? Bah. Okay, I think like this will already look slightly better. Now we may have messed up the UV quite a bit. I'm pretty sure of that. Let me see. Well, not too much. Very reasonable mess up. Okay, now it's fixed. So yeah, this was one fix I wanted to do, so just to make it a bit more round and reasonable. And the second one, I don't know if I want to move this up, but probably yes. But then the other problem is this, right? So we need a loop. I mean, we need to split this thing because it's not good. Yeah. I cannot loop vertically. Yes, I can. Yeah, exactly. So at least it's slightly more round. Right? May not be perfect, but what happened? Holy shit. Ah, because I scaled it including Z. I scaled it including Z, which is actually a bad idea. Okay. Do we want to have a spike at the bottom? Let me see how the weapon looks. No, I don't think so. Okay, so I think like this is already slightly better. I don't know about this guy. I don't know about this guy. I think we can probably also make this more round. I think it was probably a gem originally, or no? No. Is it a gem? No, is it? I don't know, what is it? But definitely it's very square, right? So if we could have a full loop here. Can we have a full loop? No. Okay, we can do it manually. And now these guys, right, we just move them out a bit. We move them out and we scale them on the X. Right. I mean, it is slightly better. Still a bit fucked up, but slightly better. Yeah, it's slightly better anyway. It's more round. It's more round. Is okay. So we fixed this. We fixed the hand and the handle to look more round and not square like it was. And we fixed this thing at the back. I think it's enough. I think it's enough. So we're going to export it as Sabre whatever. And yeah, we are going to import it again. Where is our editor? Ah, because it crashed. This 3D item view is really good feature. Yeah, I like it. I like it because in the game it was kind of hard to look at the weapon, right? Because the camera is kind of locked on you. And so you don't have an easy way. The only way is to like look down, like putting the camera at the floor and then trying to, but like this you can inspect an item. And now that we have upgraded textures, I'm not ashamed, you know, of showing the items. Before I was a bit ashamed. But now we have fairly good textures, right? So there are some textures that are actually pretty good. So if you go close, now this one probably no, right? This one is not one of the good ones, but there are good ones, right? There are I think the one that I show usually is this one. Yeah, this one, for example, it is kind of good. So I think that now we can show the what I wanted to do. Yes, that I import this from Sabre. Okay, so now we have the new Sabre model, which is slightly better, right? At least it's not that square anymore. Yeah. There is a bit of a metallic effect here. I mean, the handle is better. This is slightly better. I think now is reasonable. It's still very low poly. It's 200 triangles, so still super optimized, right? But yeah, the game is improving. I mean, if you look at all the stuff that we did, you know, there is. I mean, it's really improving. It's really improving. And the good part is that those features, you know, when built, are staying there forever. I mean, unless they get an issue with the porting, but okay, so this is our yeah, this is our sub. I don't have a zoom in and zoom out yet, but maybe I can have it, right? So at the moment you don't, but I think it's good enough. I mean, it's pretty much full screen, right? Because it's resizing the weapon based on the sides, based on the, you know, the sides, the space available on screen. So what was it, 352? Don't remember. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and now you have the golden one, right? Now you have the third one. Okay, nice. I think that's pretty much done for the. Also, I added a new feature for us that you cannot use as a player, but I have this one, which is basically what? Wait a second. Ah, yeah, sorry. Disable all whatever. So I have this feature, which is basically a list of all the categories that we have in the game, and so I can inspect every item like this. So I have here the find sabre, right? I can look at it this way. I can also see the icon here, so I can see if the weapon is matching the icon, right? And this one, like the golden one, I can see if the weapon is matching the icon, and if we have, right, platinum steel and the normal sabre and such, right? So which is good. For example, there are a lot of items that do not have a mesh. Like if I go under armor, yeah, you see, when you see this sack, it means that there is no mesh. There is no special mesh for this, right? And yeah, and we should add it, right? We should add, like, the boots. I think we have boots models. We should add them here. So this is just a reminder for me to substitute this with a real mesh. The icon seems to be correct, right? The boots icon. But it's a good way for us to check if all the items in the game actually have the proper mesh and icon, and if not, substitute it, right? It's a bit of a long work if you want, but it's much easier this way than before, where I had to go in the database and check, right? Okay, so our sabre is actually working, which is fantastic. And so the sabre is okay. What do we have? The short sword also we tested. Okay, and then we have the one. So basically, we did them all. Now there are still a lot of items that have 0 variations, right? And it's a bit of a pity, actually. So like if I take, for example, the helm 01, right? Yeah, the helm 01, right? Which is this guy. So if I take this guy, he only has one texture. So if you get rare loot of this helmet, it will always look the same, which is very annoying. Actually, we have a 1B and a 1C. But I think it's because the 1B and the 1C, we probably use it for other helmets. Let me see. We don't. Helm 01. Helm 01. No, I think we do. I think we do. 473. No, because I see that we actually have other variations. We have other variations of textures. May not be the greatest, but we have a B version, which is this, and we have a C version, which is this. This helmet is one-sided. Ay. This helmet is one-sided. Yeah, because back in the days we were trying to save polygons as much as we could, but you know, these days is not an issue anymore. Anyway, our game is so low poly anyway that it's not a problem. So it seems that Helm 01 is having this part as one-sided. So it's actually one, yeah, it's one polygon only. So he has no deepness, nothing. Which is actually very annoying. We can change it. Right, we can change it. We can just duplicate this and then scale it on the non-Z. a bit, not much, just a bit. Probably like this is enough. And then we will have to create the corresponding face, because I would like this thing to be closed actually, right? So can I select yeah, perfect, exactly. Let's see if he can do it, huh? Can you create a face between these two? That would be awesome if you can. It seems he actually did it. No, he fucked up on that side. No, he did it. He did it. No, he fucked up on this side. Okay, I knew it. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it without the... Without this part we will do separate, okay? So we ask him to create a face only at the bottom. Come on. Okay, I cannot do it. GG. Because he's going around and he's getting confused. So we have to do it manually. Okay. Okay, we do it manually. Now, these faces we will have to UV map somehow, right? Yup. Yeah, so we do a bit of an upgrade also to these helms. I think is nice. I don't know if I upgraded the texture already. Probably not. So what do we want this to be? Well, for sure we want this to be... Yeah, I think it should be here. Yeah, whatever is the corner, because unless we do something smart, that we do like a band, a vertical stripe, you know, of this color that includes also the border. Otherwise, I think we should have the border of the same type. Right? I think like this is okay. Okay, so I think that's all. So we have the bottom, right? I mean, we could improve a bit. This maybe and make it more round. But if I want to make it more round, I will have to make everything more round. So I will have basically to cut it. I mean, I can do it, but it's a bit more work than just it's a bit more work. No, cannot do it. I was trying to find a good selection. Come on. Yeah, so we could split it, right? We could split it at least here, which is the longest and most visible. So at least this one could be more round, but probably also this one. Yeah. Since we are here, I think we can do it. We can do a loop here, loop here, loop here, loop here. This will increase the poly count quite a bit, but it's fine, I mean. I don't know if I want to do it also on the bottom one. Do I want to do it also on the bottom one? I don't know. For now, let's see how it looks like this. And okay, so now basically we want to select all these guys, and then we scale them all based on what? Based on pivot, based on middle, based on, I don't know. If I scale them, it does that. I think I can scale them on the non-Z. I think I scale them on the non-Z, and then I move them up, and pretty much we get the same result. I don't know if I like it though. I mean, it looks shit like before. I mean, I don't know if it improved or it just not completely sure that it actually improved, but fine. No, it improved, yeah. It improved. No, it improved. I think it improved. The only problem... the only problem now is that we don't have... yeah, we don't have a cut here, right? Well, we should. We don't have a cut. So we should basically cut it horizontally like this, no? To be sure that this is following the same... right? And now we have the problem with what? No, only with these two vertices, right? Only these two vertices needs to be scaled. I don't know if I can do it all at the same time. Hopefully, yes. If I scale them all, yeah, I think it may work okay. Yeah, I think it worked. And then we have the same problem here, which is the other split that we did at the top. Right, and now we have to take 1, 2, 3, and 4 and just move it up a bit. I don't know how much, but like this I think is enough. Okay, so this whole thing now should look way more round, right? You know what, probably now these ones can be scaled up as well a bit. Yeah. Okay, we upgraded his helm a bit. Yeah, I think it looks better. It looks better. Now he has the border, so he's no more giving that stupid effect of invisible faces. And in theory, we should do the same with these sides, right? But if I want to do those sides, I will have to... it's a bit of a mess, but yeah. I mean, okay, for now I will leave it like... It's too much work, it's fine, it's fine. Let's leave it like this, it's already an improvement. We can do maybe another pass later on. So... Okay. So, oh no, let me just do the back facing, because for sure this will be upside down. And I knew it. I knew it. I knew it would be upside down. Okay. Okay, so now... Yeah, it looks way better. It looks way better. I think we still need to have the a vertical, right? A vertical thing here, which is of the same color of this. I think that would be so much better. I mean, we can do it now. Basically, we'll mean to, I mean, we just have to split vertically a slice like this, and then having this have the same color of this. Maybe it is color. So that it gives a bit of a variation, right, to the... do we want to do it? Well, if we can, yes. But how do I do it precisely? I cannot do it precisely, unfortunately, because this model is not mirrored, so I would have to do it. I mean, I can do Z, right? But then skipping the Z. If you do Z once, is Z forever in the cut. She's annoying. If I press Z again, why is not getting off of the Z? I don't. How do I remove the Z? I mean, I can say X, Y, but I cannot say... There is probably a key. There is probably a key for that, but... A? Probably A. A stands... It seems that A stands for all. So it seems... Or not. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, this would be my cut. I don't know if it's enough. What the hell did he cut? Oh my god. What did he do? Okay, GG, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's taking too much time. I don't want to do it. Fine. Also, I have to go. It's midnight. No. But anyway, the idea was if we have, you know, this helm, right, that has different, already has different textures, right? Can we use it? By the way, these textures. Let me just see 1 second. Can these textures be upgraded? They are 512. They are all 512, yeah. I think we have a stretching problem because it really looks bad. Yeah, for sure we have. I think there is a mapping issue with this guy. I think there is a mapping issue. I think there is a mapping issue. %, there is a mapping issue. Wait a second. Let me do. No, I think. Wait. I think I'm doing something stupid. I'm just wasting time instead of doing. Instead of doing. Instead of doing what? Shed smooth by angle, right? Yeah, and now it did it for me. Exactly. Exactly. So I think the problem is that this thing is stretched. I stretched because this thing goes up and down and this doesn't. Yeah, that's the first point. That makes it look very stretched. Yep. Well, I could, but if I mean, I could move this up, right? But oh, it is up already? What do you mean? No, it's not. Because it's that, yeah. Now you see that this is basically all parallel there, but in reality it's not. So we will have to like move these vertices up, but if we do that, we are reducing the amount of texture significantly. I mean, I think a compromise is to stretch a bit this part at the front. I think the compromise is to stretch this too at like this, and this becomes slightly more reasonable. I mean, not great, but more reasonable in terms of the stretch that you get in this part, right? So it's now it's slightly less stretched, and Yeah, slightly better. You have less texture surface, but I think it's okay. Okay. Yeah, you see that it's immediately looking better. Even if, you know, this texture is fairly low quality, but it's already looking better. Okay, guys, I need to go because it's a bit late. Hello, one-man army. How are you? You can apply the cut on the Z, then start a new one on a different axis, zero problems. How? So basically I want... so from here I want Z, right? From here... The problem is that this elm is not really aligned. You see, this is not aligned to any axis, right? You see that when I will cut like this, it's not aligned to any axis. So basically I want to do Z, then no axis, and then Z again. How do I do that? How do I do that? Or make a loop? Yeah, probably making a loop is the best idea. So if I do... Wait. The loop I think is a good idea. I don't know why sometimes, but I can force the quad. I can force the quad. Okay, now that I have quad, I think the loop is a good idea. I can... no? I can loop this and then move it. No! Okay, I had to wait. I can loop it. Well, I could. Seems now. Okay. And why is not doing face correctness when I loop? Fuck. Why is not doing the face correctness when I'm looping? I have to move it later. But moving it later is not very simple because I have this two, right? It needs to go down, and that one that needs to go straight. And I don't know exactly of how much, but let's say like this. I don't know why it's not doing face correctness when, but it's okay. Like this, I think is okay. I think it's a decent result. I fucked up a bit there. He fucked up a bit. Yeah, I mean, at the end it's not very simple, but fine. He fucked up here, I don't know why. Yeah, he fucked up, but now it's okay. This thing is not exactly vertical, but you know, I don't really care. Or I do. Well, I do a bit, yeah. Okay, so basically this will be assigned to another texture, so to another texture space, right? So this will go... This thing will go where? We'll go here. Don't know if I like it, but fine. Oh, with a border. With a border will be nicer, but it will not be the same with all the textures though, because The other textures may have a different pattern, so it may not match with this, unfortunately. But yeah, something like that. I think will look better than just the straight, right? Or probably the opposite. Or probably the opposite. Yeah, probably the opposite. Yeah, so there is this small border, right? There is this small border. I don't know if I like it at the end, but yeah, but it gives yeah, I think it's better. Yes, it is definitely better. It's giving a bit of variation to the thingy. It is. I think it is better. So I have to do the same this side. Oh my god. I have to do the same this side. Yeah, the thing is still not working. So I have to move the vertices manually. Ah! What happened? He didn't do it. No! No, he didn't do this side. Why? Why the loop didn't loop? Huh? Bro. What is going on? Oh shit. It doesn't want to loop here. I don't know why. Maybe because this thing is lightly, you know. It doesn't want to loop there for whatever. You know what? Fuck you. How big is that? It's that big. I will do it manually. This side we do it manually, GG. It's fine. This side it doesn't want to do it. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to do it. Okay, now we have it. Okay. You can use double G. Yeah, I know double G, but it's not working on the. It's not working on the K, on the cut, for whatever reason. Don't ask me why, but it's not. I usually use double G, yeah, but in this case it's not working. I don't know why. Oh, I messed up. This one was this one, and this one is this one. Yup, exact. Oh, we lost the piece. What the fuck? Why that piece didn't follow? No. What do you mean? I selected it. What? Because it's in a stupid mode of, yeah, we only selected. Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. Yeah, it seems the double G, or anyway, correct face is not working with the cut. Don't ask me why, but it's the way it is. Okay, it's already better, I think. So now I really have to go, but let me just do a test since do I have a backup? Yeah, everything is checked in our source control, so I can at any time go back to the previous version if I want, yes. Yeah, you can use double G, or you can just enable, you know, here under tools when you are in edit mode, right? You enable correct face attribute, and he's basically doing it for you automatically without having to press double G. So it's easier. I'm not sure if I want to do also this part being of a different color, but maybe I'm overdoing it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Okay, you see, these are the other textures. So the other textures will obviously react slightly different, but I think I like the fact that this is different color. So I think it's a good change. Yeah, I think it's a good change. So it's a bit more, you know, there is a bit more variation. I don't know if I would like to do it also here at the back, but probably yes, right? So like if we take this, this, and this, and we just map it to this part or to this part, is it too big to be? I don't know. I think it may be good actually. I think what may be too big are the. But you know what we can do? We can maybe use this. Yeah. I think it's probably better actually, because it's breaking the pattern, right? It's not all the same. So I think it is probably better. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm gone. We did a bit tonight. We tried Real Engine 5.4, but didn't work for us. So I will see what to do. I will see you tomorrow evening. The size looks similar to the other item, but yeah, exactly, because it's kind of at the back, right? Is the slice that looks the same as the top. So I think it's fine. No PBR materials. Well, we have a bit and a bit, but I'm not a real fan of PBR at the end because it's using so much texture space for nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have some and some that are and some that are not, depending who built the model. So I will see you tomorrow, 9:30 European time. And meanwhile, remember that our game is released, so you can download it now and play it now for free on Windows, on Linux, and on Mac, because we are crazy enough to release on three different platforms. And here are all our socials if you want to connect, right? We have a Discord, we have a YouTube, Twitch here, and we have a Twitter and Reddit.